What's going on, YouTube Metal Complex here, and welcome to a special and very exciting Saturday unboxing. If you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, you should, at metal_complex, you'll know that I kind of dropped a subtle, well, it wasn't subtle, it was a picture of my order form that had a whole bunch of redacted information on it because I didn't want to give it away because I like to be dramatic. That's why I do unboxings on this channel. That I had purchased another Hinderer, my 23rd Hinderer. No, I'm not trying to flex. I have a problem, and I don't keep all of these. I end up having to sell them to buy the next one. So it's just turned into kind of a joke. But I'm really excited about this one because, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the title, I'm not going to leave it stock. No surprise there. I always do that with a Hinderer, but I still have my other Hinderer, and it still has the tie scale on it. So let's go ahead and get in here to this box and find out what's going on. So I always talk about this other model that I'm waiting for from Hinderer Knives. It's an XM18. It's just a variant of XM18 that he hasn't released yet. And no, this is not it. But I got to looking at stuff. I'll tell you how I arrived at this conclusion. People are like, oh my God, just open it. For those of you who didn't fast forward, I was looking at the ZT0393 and I was like, oh, there's still bronze ones out there. And I found this place that's, that I can still buy them from. And I was like, I kind of want to do this black and bronze kind of looking thing. I kind of have that in my head. And then I was watching one of my videos where I was talking about ZT and what I think they should have done with certain models. And I said, maybe you could throw a different blade shape. And it hit me all at once. I was like, wait a minute. I can do that with a Hinderer. All I have to do is just spend way more money. So, here's what we've got here. The usual Hinderer box. Business card there. I'm so excited for this. This is definitely a variant of Hinderer that I don't own yet. I have owned this, but in Generation 4. Oh boy. Oh boy, what do we have here? What do we have? It's obviously black. It's obviously got a blue scale. God, I'm so excited about this. Oh, man. So this is an XM18 Gen 6 Fatty Edition. What does fatty mean? It means the blade stock is 187 thousandths thick, which is the same thickness as an XM24. So what blade shape is it? It's a Wharncliffe in stone-washed black. Oh, gosh. Checking for my usual stuff. Okay, we're good there. Flipping action is excellent. Lockup is excellent. No blade play, up, down, left, or right. Beautiful. Look at that slightly reflective stonewash finish. Plus 20 CV. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I am so excited about that. So what are we adding to it? What's going on here? Well, I've got some bronze handle nuts. I've got a bronze lock bar stabilizer. I've got some black handle screws. I've got a black pivot. I've got some bronzed filler tab and pocket clip screws. And for the front, a bronze stonewashed textured scale. I am so excited to get this all put together. And don't worry, we're not going to do it in a separate episode. We're going to do it actually right now. So with a little bit of movie magic, we'll be back as soon as it's all put together. Okay, I am back and I have successfully put it together. It's off screen. I'm not going to show it yet. I have a couple of things I want to say. First off, for those of you, thinking, I just bought my first Hinderer and I really want to customize it. I'm scared about taking it. Yeah, it's kind of nerve-wracking taking one apart for the first time because you're worried about scratching things or messing things up. They're pretty hard to screw up if you're using the right tools. If you have a good quality Torx set, a good quality, with the hex heads and the Phillips heads, you don't have to worry about stripping anything out. Don't over tighten anything and don't put too much torque on something that doesn't want torque. If you can, they're expensive, but the Hinderer Armorer's tool with the spanner thing for the spanner side, that thing is so good at locking that side in place. And then you can use this head, the flat head of this, to undo it. I have a Hinderer disassembly video, so you guys can go watch that if you want to. For those of you who are like, I'm trying to take mine apart, but I cannot get that pivot out, and I've got the Hinderer Armorer's tool, and I can't put enough torque, use a penny. The copper on the penny is soft enough that it won't scratch your hardware. You can put a lot more torque on a penny, and it'll save your pivot. You'll be able to get it apart. You won't have to use a screwdriver, which almost always scratches up the pivot or messes it up, and it slips, and it'll mess up your scale and blah, blah, blah. And then you might also be saying like, hey, I got parts flying everywhere. I can't keep anything together. Tape. Use tape, especially on these, the Chicago ends of the screws there. Using tape to hold things in place is a really good idea. Also, take the pocket clip off. That's the first thing you should do. Take the pocket clip off before you take things apart. Okay, so anyway, so I took a big risk here. This is something that's got a lot more color in it. It's got a lot more craziness to it than I usually do. It's also a color scheme I never thought I would like, but for whatever reason, I was just like, I'm feeling something different. And I went with a variant, a blade shape that I don't normally go with. So this was a very expensive risk. The knife and the parts were well over $700. But I am very happy to announce that the end result was absolutely amazing. I am so excited about this. This worked out so well. The camera's kind of, and I put some oil on things. You know, with anodization, as soon as you put your fingers on things, it kind of changes how everything looks, and we're in some weird lighting. But I can tell you here, this black stonewash finish matched with the reflectivity of the bronze scale, and then contrasting with the bronze hardware on the other side is just so beautiful. Also, you guys might notice the screws on the filler tab and the screws on the pocket clip are also bronze. I don't know where you can get those. I actually had a gentleman who I was buying some other Hinderer parts from. He was like, hey, do you want some of these bronze filler tab and pocket clip screws? I'll just throw them in. And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't know when I would ever use them, but I'll definitely take them. And so he tossed those in, and I finally have a knife that I can use them on. So they worked out really, really well. Now, unfortunately, there's 3 places on this knife where there are parts that I cannot change out. The thumb studs, this screw right here, which I think I can find an aftermarket part for that screw, but I really don't want to mess with the filler tab. And then the, the part of the pivot that accepts the head of the screw. Those are still going to be satin finished, but everything else is nicely contrasted. You can see here, these are just the black screws that you can get at DLT Trading, and that's the black pivot. It's not exactly the same finish as the blade, which is stonewashed black, but the contrast is really, really good. Now, some of you guys are going to look at this and go, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life, and that's fine. But I've got a weird thing for bronze and black. I just think it's super cool. These 2 knives are basically just here. They were there as placeholders to, give you something to look at while I dramatically unveiled it. But again, I've showed this before. Here's the difference between the standard XM18 on this side and the fatty on this side. The standard is 165 thousandths and the fatty is 180 thousandths. So you can see the blade is thicker. They also use different standoffs since the space between each scale is different on each one. So these are XM18 standoffs, and these are actually XM24 standoffs. They're a little bit fatter. I really like the fatties. Even if the cutting edge isn't quite as thin, I just think it's cool. Fatty variants are cool, and they always go for higher prices on the secondary market if the time comes where I need to sell it. And I mean, not like I'm going to make money on it. I mean, like if a time comes where I want to sell that knife, it's a lot easier to get most of my money back out of a fatty than it is a standard XM18 variant. How do I know this? Because I've had 23 of these, and I've been selling knives on blade forums for a very, very long time. And my Safe Queens never have scratches put on them. They never get used. And so it's, I've got a lot of examples of Hinderers that I have sold. I will say, not once. A few times I've gotten exactly back out of the knife what I paid for it, but I've never made money on a Hinderer. That's never been the case. I don't know that can happen unless you've got a really special variant. Signature series, battlefield pickups, custom XMs, things like that sometimes will bring in higher prices, but I generally, those aren't the ones that I'm after. I'm usually after the kind of medium caliber ones. So anyways, I had a lot of fun with this. This knife will, of course, get its own video. I don't know that it'll really be a review, but we'll take a look at it. We'll talk about it, and it'll make lots and lots and lots of appearances. By the way, ended up perfectly centered. The action is unreal. and it's going to smooth up, I'm sure. Nice shake shut action right now. I'm sure it'll drop shut here in just a day or so, but really, really cool, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun putting this together. If you enjoyed it or at least found it mildly entertaining, please leave a like. If you'd like to take a look at my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so take a look at those. And if you enjoy all my content, then please subscribe to my channel because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.